Brendan Dassey Trial Transcripts, Day 7, page 39, continuation of Brendan's testimony. What were you doing when she called? Sitting on the couch. What time did you go to bed? After I had got done talking to my mom. Now, following October 31, 2005, did you lose any weight? Yes. How much did you lose? 5, 10 pounds. Were you doing this on purpose? No. You weren't trying to lose weight? Well, I was trying to. Okay, why were you trying to lose weight? Because people were calling me fat and because I thought that my first girlfriend broke up with me uh, because of my weight. You mean first ever or yeah? Prior to October or, well, let me actually ask it this way. Have you ever seen Teresa Halbach before? No. Now you obviously know that name, correct? Yes. When was the first time that you recall hearing the name or seeing her picture? When she was reported missing? When was that? Do you recall? Not that I remember. And how did you come about hearing about her being missing? On that day, my mom called. She told me to turn on the news. So you watch TV? Yes. Now, at some point, your Uncle Stephen is arrested, correct? Yes. Did you watch any TV accounts about that? Not that I remember. Did you ever see Teresa Halbach alive on October 31, 2005? No. Did you ever see her body that night? No. Now, you spoke with investigators Wiegert and investigator Fossbender, correct? Yes. And you were in court for the video as well, correct? Yes. Obviously, that's you on the video, right? Yes. Do you realize how serious this charge is? Yes. Why did you tell those two investigators that you participated in killing and raping Teresa Halbach? I don't know. You have no idea why you would say that? No. Okay. Brendan, I want to talk about that video a little bit with you, okay? Okay. You know it was being videotaped that day? Yes. And the officers explained to you your rights, is that right? Yes. Did you understand them? Yes. When you first talked to the officers about Teresa Halbach, did you immediately tell them that you were there and participated killing and raping her? No. In your mind, Brendan, do you feel as if there were promises made to you by the officers? Sort of. What do you mean by that? That if I told the truth, that I won't go away for life? Did you tell the truth? No. What other promises do you think, in your mind, what other promises were made to you? That's all I recall. There were times that they wanted to talk to you about a gun, right? Yes. And did you ever admit to using the gun? No. Why didn't you admit to that? Because I don't like guns. Was that different than it when you admitted to what you're saying you didn't do? Yes. Why is that? Why do you believe that's different? I don't know. When you were being questioned by the officer, the two investigators, did they ever tell you that they were telling you the truth about things? Did I feel like that? No, did they? Did they tell you that? No. Did they ever say they were lying about anything? Did they say I was lying? No. Did they say they were lying to you? No. You don't know what they were telling you was true or not, correct? Attorney Fallon. Objection leading at this point. The court. Under 906.113, some leading questions are permissible, mainly foundational questions. We're now getting into some evidentiary areas, so I'm going to sustain the objection. Attorney Fremgen. That's fine. I was essentially using that to try to lead up to this question, which will be a little more open-ended. By Attorney Fremgen. If you didn't know that they're lying to you or telling you the truth, Brendan, why did you answer the questions to them the way that you did? I don't know. Do you have any explanation for admitting to this? No. How many times had you talked to the officers before March 1? Twice. And when did those 2 times occur? In November of 2005. How many times in November? Twice. Okay, what about any time between November 2005 and March 1, 2006? To March? Between those 2 dates, did you talk to the investigators? Officers, investigators Wiegert or Fossbender? Yes. And how many times did you talk to them between those 2 dates? Once in February, or there was 3 times on February 27 and one on February or March 1. So where were the 3 times in February? Where did those occur? One at school, one in Two Rivers, and one, I believe it was the fire department in Mishicot. What happened after they spoke to you on February 27? Did they arrest you? No. What happened to you? Where did you go? They put us up in Fox Hills Resort. Okay, how long were you up there? We only stayed up there for that night. Which night? What's the date of that? February 27. So where did you go on February 28? Home. Where did you sleep on February 28? At home. Where did you go on March 1? Went to school. And after that, the investigators talked to me and brought me to, first they brought me to my house to get the pants, and they brought me to Manitowoc. Attorney Fremgen. I have nothing else, Judge. The court. Cross, Attorney Fallon. Yes, thank you. Cross-examination by Attorney Fallon. Mr. Dassey, I have a few questions for you, all right? Okay. First, let me ask this. How long does it take you to walk from the trailer where you were living with your mom and your brothers to your Uncle Steve Avery's trailer? Around a minute or 2? All right. You like to play video games, right? Yes. As a matter of fact, when you get done with school, you would like to design video games? Yes. You really enjoy working with them? Yes. And you're pretty good with them? Yes. All right. And at school, you have just 2 special classes, right? I don't know. Well, you said you had both, mainstream and some special classes? Yes, but I don't know the names of the... How many special classes did you have? 2, right? That I recall, yeah. Okay, otherwise you're in with the rest of the regular students, right? Yes. Okay, now let me show you something. Exhibit 58, do you recognize these? Yes. All right, these are the blue jeans that you were wearing on the night of October 31? Yes. All right, and these are the ones that you've just told your attorney that on March 1, you went with Special Agent Fossbender to pick these up on your way to the Sheriff's Department? Yes. Okay, these are the pants? Yes. All right, you're telling us you washed them that night? Yes. Did you wash anything else that night? Not that I recall. Just those pants? Yes. All right. Now you just told us that you were cleaning up the floor in the garage? Yes. But you didn't get on your hands and knees to clean the floor? No. Okay. In other words, you just put whatever cleaner down and you used your feet to mop up the stuff with the old clothes? Yes. Is that right? Yes. Okay. You're sure? Yes. Okay. And you just told us that the pants didn't seem to get dirty? You didn't notice them being dirty? Yeah. And you had just put them on before you went over there? Yes. Okay. Where did you get them from before when you changed your clothes? In my dresser. In your dresser drawer? Yes. Were they clean then when you put them on? Yes. All right. If they were clean when you put them on and you didn't notice them getting dirty and you never got on your hands and knees, why did you wash them? Because I usually do that after a while. You usually wash your pants after wearing them for 2 hours? Well, I usually wash pants for school every day, almost. You do laundry every night? Yes. Mr. Dassey, you went over to your Uncle Stephen's house at some point after school? No. You didn't tell your mother that you went over there? I didn't. All right, well, let me play something for you, and I want to ask you a couple of questions, all right? Okay, wherein audio clip is played. That was the conversation between you and your mother, right? Yes. All right, why didn't you tell your mother at 5 what you had seen earlier? Because it really didn't happen. Was Teresa Halbach alive at 5 o'clock, Mr. Dassey? She was never there when I was there. Never where, sir? I never seen her there. You never saw her there? No. All right, then why is your mother asking you that question? I don't know. Where do you think she would have gotten the idea that you were there before 5, sir? I don't know. She came home about 5? Yes. So at 5, you're home, your brother Blaine is still there, and you're there? Yes. Your brother Blaine leaves at 5:15, 5:20? Yes. Your mother leaves 5:20, 5:30? Yes. And she leaves with Mr. Toddick? Yes. All right. Mr. Dassey, let me ask you a question. In the interview you gave on March 1 with these two gentlemen here, you told them that your uncle's fiancée, Jody Stachowski, called, correct? Yes. You told him that she called twice, correct? Yes. All right. You told them that she called at 5:30? Yes. How do you know that if you weren't there? Because Stephen told me. He told you that? Yes. What time did he tell you the other time? What do you mean? I'm sorry? What do you mean? How many times did she call that night? Twice. How many times were you there? When I was there? Yeah, once. I have something else I'd like you to listen to, sir. I have something else for you, sir. One moment. Wherein portion of March 1 videotape is played. Attorney Fallon, record should reflect that was about 14 minutes. The court, do you have the start and ending times? Attorney Fallon, yes, 11:37:47 to, I believe it was about 11:50 approximately. By Attorney Fallon, all right, Mr. Dassey, you told the officers that you were there and Teresa was alive? Yes, she was alive, but it really didn't happen. You made that all up? Yes. You just happened to know Teresa's words? No. How do you know what she said? I made it up. You made it up? Yes. You made up the part that you raped her? Yes. You made up the part that she told you not to do it? Yes. To do the right thing? Yes. And to tell your uncle not to do it? Yes. You made that up? Yes. Now, Mr. Dassey, didn't you tell your mother in a phone call on May 13 that you had gone over to your Uncle Stephen's after school and before she came home? Yes. You did? Yes. And again on May 15, the first tape we played, she's asking you why you didn't tell her. Why didn't you? Because it didn't happen. Why did you tell her you went over there, sir? I don't know. You lied to your mother as well? Yes. And you lied to the police? Yes. Are you lying? You're lying today? No. Didn't you tell your mother when she asked you, when did you go over there? Well, I went over earlier and then came home before you did. Yeah. You told her that, right? Yeah. All right. And she said, why didn't you say something to me then, right? Yeah. And you answered, I don't know, I was too scared. Yeah. You didn't tell your mother you weren't there, did you? Because I never went out over there. My question, young man, is you didn't tell your mother you weren't there, right? No. That's not right? I didn't tell her. You did not. Why? Because I didn't go over there. Why did you let her believe that you did? I don't know. Now, speaking of these lies, Mr. Dassey, on your direct examination, you told us that there was a fire that night, right? Yes. But when you were interviewed up in Crivets by Detective O'Neill, you remember the gentleman who testified a couple of days ago? Yes.